I'm 30 years old and I don't have real friends. So I used to have a ton of friends. I used to be super popular. I was popping. That was in a time when I lived in one local place, but it's not about the local place. I lived in Berlin and I did all the things that other people did, which is I went to parties, I drank a lot of alcohol with them, I ate a lot of meat, barbecues, cooking classes, and then they would invite me to their parties and they would throw a party and I would throw a party, and then I would go to church every weekend, and then there was a church party, and then I hosted a church party. So I did all these things. And once I started becoming more conscious and more aware and interested in spiritual things, when I stopped drinking alcohol, when I stopped going to parties, when I stopped just like running after things and possessions and like trying to get somewhere and going to meetups and like networking parties to like get something out of someone else, then all these people were gone. Like overnight, all these people were gone. I changed lifestyle and whoosh, they vanished. The people that I still know, their lifestyles are so different. We're not compatible. Because what they want to do is still the same thing. It leaves me confused. I'm thinking like it's 10 years later, I don't know, 5 years later, and you're still doing the same thing you did in high school. You're still doing the same thing you did in college. Like no progress has happened. So now I tell people, jokingly, a lot of times I say, oh, I don't have friends. And then they're like, because they think I'm a social butterfly. Because I love to talk to people. I'm very social. I would love to share all of this. I would love to interact with, I love people. You know, I'm open. I'm inviting everyone into the bus. I'm always like, want to come in? Yeah, it's a mess, come in. So it's not that I don't like people, but you know the feeling when you're sitting there and you're like, I don't even know what to say because I don't want to offend you. And if I showed my real, true self, I would offend you. Like just my being would offend you. So since I changed my lifestyle, I ran out of these friends. And now I want to tell you about a phone call I just had with a friend, with a so-called friend, who calls himself friend, from back then, where I thought, it's really important to keep relationships up. I made this vision board and I'm so passionate about everything in it, and I want to tell them, I want to be like, look, I'm going to do this and this is my dream and I dream of this and that I want to do. But if you tell them, most of it you can't even tell them because they have so many limitations in their mind. If I tell them I want to go to Tennessee and live there, they think it's dumb. If I tell them, I don't know, I want to have 5 cats, they think that's in a bus, they think that's crazy. If I tell them, oh, I want to do YouTube, they think that's dumb. Like all of it is like so outside of their box that you could tell them, but the reaction would be frustrating. They would just be like, The problem is they're so stuck in their own worlds of right and wrong, like of what's right and what's wrong, that they're not even interested in seeing another world, because everything that's out of their box cannot be right to them. So it's not of any interest to them because they're so stuck in their own box of beliefs and of what they like and what they think is good and bad. And if you come from like a different place, if you come from a different world and you do different things and you see things differently, then they don't even want to hear it because it could destroy their little glass house that they build around their life. And then they would overthink things. They're like, I've been overthinking things. But they've not really been overthinking things from different perspectives. They've just been like cooking in their own soup, cooking in their own thoughts and in their own mind. So if someone with other beliefs and other ideas comes, that's not part of their soup, then they don't want to know it. But that would actually mean they would have overthought things. They would have reflected on their life if they had seen, there's other possibilities out there, but that they don't want to see. So basically,
what I say, what I do, what I'm living is not interesting to them. And the lack of interest in my life and what I'm going through is like so apparent when I'm talking to them that I don't even want to tell things. I'm just becoming quiet talking about the weather because I can sense it. They give zero fucks about it. They have no interest in the actual me because it doesn't fit into their glass house.